You guys are freaking adorable. I know, we're going to talk to Nisa right now, but for the people that have no idea who you guys are, introduce yourselves. Yes, you have the right to plug what's sticking out right here. The people are going to ask what's sticking out right here, but before you go inside and Nisa and I talk, just give people a quick rundown about what this couple is all about right here.
I'm Jeremy Duarte. This is Nisa Duarte. We've been married and together for 21 years. We love cars and we build cars together. Behind us is her Type R. Over in the garage is my Type R, which is under construction at the moment again. Regular, normal people who enjoy cars and each other, and this is what we do.
How long have we known each other?
Oh my God.
We met in the Bay Area 2007, 8, 6, okay. And here we are. They moved to Hawaii. They just came back to the States, the mainland, but a Vegas area. And here we are now. We're gonna talk to Nisa about her car, and all of you wondering about that, you have to wait. He's got some plans, but we're gonna do an episode on that later, okay? So Jeremy, appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries.
We're gonna sit down right now with Nisa. Okay, Nisa, so we are here. Jeremy just went inside. Tell us about this build and why this chassis, why this color, why you guys did what you did with this build.
So it's a 1997 Honda Civic Type R N1 spec, the race model that was sold off the showroom floor in Japan. It's pretty similar to the regular Civic Type R, but it has different interior, and it's about 135 pounds less than a regular Civic Type R.
Okay.
The reason this chassis, that car was mine. Well, Jeremy gave it to me because I had another GSR that got rear-ended, and he was just going to transfer everything from that to that shell. Then he kind of figured out he could fix it.
Okay.
So then he took it back.
And what year was this?
Oh, this was 2009-ish, 10?
Okay, that's when it was blue.
No, it was white. It was
still
before
a shell. He went to blue.
It was a complete shell. It was a champ white shell.
Okay.
So he was just going to transfer everything from my white USDM
to that
DSR
one.
To that one.
Yeah.
But then he figured he could fix my other one, so then he took it back. That was all bad. Not a happy girl.
Okay.
So he ended up, we had a friend that this got sold several times from his business partner to somebody else, and we bought it from him. Well, actually, Jeremy bought it from him and surprised me with it to make up for taking back the Integra.
The Integra, the DB8.
Yeah, I love the fact that this is a rare car, and I kept it somewhat champ white. And the reason is I wanted the car to still look like a Civic Type R. From far away, with certain lighting, it looks just like a regular championship white Civic Type R.
It does.
But I wanted to add my personality into it. And so my painter and I worked together and we got this. Oh.
Okay, do you guys see her personality? Nisa's always loved colors. They kind of bring it everywhere. The color, the logo on the shirt, the hair.
My shoes.
The shoes. And then, of course, every single component. Now, we're going to get to this. You know, there are ways to do a car, and then there are ways to do a car. This is a way to do a car. A bay. The color is everywhere, integrated into everything. So why these colors, though, Nisa? Why these colors?
They're my colors, and I'm very much a mermaid at heart, and Ariel's colors are teal and purple, and it's a little bit of a different purple for her depending on her outfit.
Yeah.
It's my Ariel.
When you got, what we're gonna show you is, if you guys watched the vlog on the Auto Fashion VIP Fest, the car was up and you can see that trailing arms, suspension arms, the jack stands they use. This color scheme is incorporated everywhere. In obvious ways, and then in ways that you wouldn't see unless, like, you know, the wheels are off and the jack stands and things like that. Okay, when people online over the years, if you had to break it down into like a percentage, right? 50-50, 70-30, 60-40, what is the percentage breakdown of people who love the colorway and people who hate it?
All honesty, I've gotten more feedback that people love it than hate it.
So 70-30 or like 99-1?
Well, I would say 90-10 because
okay.
I'm sure there's a lot of comments I don't see.
Okay.
And that's places it's been posted across the world.
So you're just figuring, even if you haven't necessarily seen them, it's got to be a good 10% that are like, why the F would you do that?
It's a Honda. To them, it's too much.
Sure.
But I think if I would have done it on any other color than white, yes, it
Fair
would
enough.
have been messy.
Fair enough.
And I didn't want messy, which is why my valve cover, against everything in me that says don't have a white valve cover, I had to do a white valve cover.
Because
if I would
you
have done
felt like it toned it down.
Yes.
Obviously the colors are crazy. Do you think that she's correct? Do you think that by color matching the pearl white, you know, to the chassis onto the valve cover, do you think that that helped to calm this whole thing down? Do you think that if she went teal valve cover or purple, that it would have been too much? Or do you think that this was too little? I want to know what you guys think.
I have plans for another one, but...
So let's break down the power plant. What is the power plant? All of the bolt-ons and accessories you guys decided to utilize.
It is fully built.
Yes.
The car is fully built. It's got a 4-piston head, so it's got valve train, everything from SuperTech. It's 14-to-1 compression. Got the 62mm throttle bodies. He spared no expense. LSD, and then the headers.
The DTR header. Shout out to Danny Tran.
Danny. He did an amazing job. They're made out of Inconel metal. I love it.
As you should. You guys see some color showing there on the Inconel.
Because I drive it.
The car is driven.
Yes.
If you guys watched the Auto Fashion VIP Fest vlog, we were dipping this down there. So yeah, the car is driven for anyone who cares to have that argument about it.
Yeah, somebody said, oh, nice trailer queen. I was like, oh, what makes you think?
That's what people naturally love to assume. If it isn't a daily driver, it must be a trailer queen.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I worry about driving it all the time.
Of
but
course.
What's the point of having it if I can't enjoy it?
You know what? There you go. That I actually have like a pretty respectable amount of passion for arguing that point against what you just said.
Why?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Because basically it's like if somebody built a car as a marketing piece, a business card, a statement piece to push the envelope, whatever, for whatever reason, if they do that and driving it is secondary to having built it, how do we get to tell them you're not enjoying your car? If you open your garage and you see your car and you fire it up or not, and you just stare at it and it makes your soul and your loins tingle, you're enjoying it. How do we get to tell people?
You've got that, yes.
It's more the principle of it.
It's a personal opinion. It's a personal...
But driving, I get it.
Yeah, I love driving.
Of course, I get that. I mean, do you guys agree with me? Do you think that what I just said is just ridiculous? Or do you think a car has to be driven? And if so, fine. Does it need to be driven every day? Once a week? When is enough for you guys to then say he drives or she drives that car enough? Tell us in the comments right now. Before you went the 14-to-1 compression, 4-piston, fully built, when you had the stock, what, B16B? Or the original CTR motor?
Oh, no.
What was it?
Brandon took that out.
What did you have in it when you were daily driving it?
I had a Frankenstein VTEC head.
Okay, on a B20? Like a B20V? Okay, so that's what you had in here. And this car, you hadn't repainted it yet.
No, it didn't get actually repainted till, well, technically Hawaii. It didn't get painted right.
It didn't get painted right. Okay, so you did have a paint job, but it wasn't what you wanted.
Not at all.
Okay, I mean that happens. That happens. We've got the pearl. You got the raised wheels. You know, not too many people ended up picking those particular ones up, which I think is cool because it looks wonderful on the car. Show us the interior. So her colors, the whole mermaid thing. You guys think she was playing? She's not playing. She's not playing. Look, literally fucking mermaid shifter. The color scheme continues with the shifter. All the Ariel little mermaid stuff. She was not playing. So we got the Brid Lomaxes, the color matched harness bar, AEM CD7.
Custom carbon fiber center console.
Yep, the center console, the bezel.
As well as the bezel. And those were custom made in Hawaii by Morris.
By Morris. You got the. See how there's even the colors in the cloth? That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. And the dash.
There.
Bam! Ariel, motherfucking Ariel, and the colors on the AM dash. So there's also,
It's not as fancy.
you gotta have a little bumps, the OG kicker sub with an Alpine amp. Bam! What you guys know about the OG audio? But you guys can see super OG, clean and simple. But yeah, so that's what we got. And then there's another key little detail I want to show you right here. You got the Downstar hardware that also is color matched to the theme. So it's just carried throughout, you guys. It's just the details, right? We got the details. We got some hardware right here. The theme is carried throughout the build. We got the CTR. We got the husband and wife team. Nisa, what is next for this build?
There is some stuff I want to do the interior, but I'll have to source extra stuff because I won't mess with my.
Okay,
my
you want to
stock
leave the
stuff.
stock stuff? Yep.
Possibly some stuff to the engine bay, but I'm working with my painter on that.
Okay.
And my MF10s. My MF10s.
Are you gonna do like crazy colors on them?
So when we got them, like back in 2000,
They were beat up?
they were beat up. They had to be redone. So I know some people will have a fit about that.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
But again, they
You-
were messed up. They're mine.
Are you gonna do them like the ones on this car?
No.
Okay. Okay, we'll talk about it later. I can't.
My powder coater in Hawaii he has them right now, and he's
Okay.
got big plans for them.
Okay.
Once he gets everything going the way he wants it to, he's going to powder coat them and bring them here from Hawaii and come visit.
Okay, nice, nice, nice.
I won't have anybody else do my powder coating other than my guy in Hawaii.
Awesome. I like the loyalty. Even though you guys are back here on the mainland, that's just who's gonna be the one.
Oh yeah, we'll ship it there or bring it when Jeremy goes back for work and bring it back when it's done.
I like it.
The purple is a very custom, not traditionally blended
Yeah.
powder coating.
Purple MF10s. Are you guys ready though?
No, they're not.
Are you
ready.
mad about it already? And if you are, no, seriously, like I want to know. Like I just want to know, are you mad that you're gonna see a like crazy one-off purple MF10 on this car? Are you mad about it? Or do you like it? So even the brake, you see the dust shields in the back? A little hardware right there, a little Frank Star. The dust shields and the caliper, the lugs, and then of course in the bay.
Behind the scenes, I can show you what color my MF10s are going to be because my dust shields are redone.
Interesting.
They're in the garage.
All right, so she has dust shields that are done in the color. We're gonna go over that and a couple other things, but you know, obviously going over the power plant, the color, all that stuff, but the real thing is the why, right? Why did you decide on this chassis versus any other chassis? Was it circumstance? Was it good timing? Was it something you envisioned from magazines or forums? Or why a CTR and why an EK?
It was a little bit of circumstance
Okay.
and opportunity.
In what year?
This was in 2011.
Circumstance and opportunity, and you turned it into this. I love it. Now, here's the last thing right here. For not just anyone, but maybe let's go specific to the ladies, right? It's not a lot of lady builders. They're starting to, you know, pop up here and there, and that's a great thing. We're not talking about gender. It doesn't have to be about that, right? Really, the advice works for anyone, right? Regardless of gender. But there are not enough ladies. So the ones that could see this, for you as a female enthusiast, right? And an artist and those types of things, what would you say is the one biggest piece of advice you would give anyone, but maybe specific to the ladies who are trying to get into whatever type of car scene, whether it be JDM or not? What do you say to them?
Build it the way you want, because it's not going to make anybody else happy but you. Find yourself a good partner.
Yes.
And a good team if you can.
Good
I could
partner,
not have built this car without Jeremy. I mean, I built the engine, I put the head together, I did everything myself.
Yes.
I wouldn't let Jeremy touch it, but I couldn't have done it without him. Like, he guided me, he told me how to do it. I couldn't do it by myself. And then my team back in Hawaii, like, I hate to say we've pulled this car apart way too many times, but I couldn't have done it without all the boys, for sure. But my biggest thing is build it the way you want. Not everyone's gonna love it. Some people will hate it, but at the end of the day, it's yours. It's yours to do with what you want. It's an extension of you, clearly.
See, there it is. So whether the colors are for you or not, doing what you like, whether people like it or not, is what it's all about. Create what you love, you guys, and just go for it. Nisa, appreciate you, girl.
Of course.
We're gonna go talk a little bit to Jeremy again, and we'll talk more about that later. Okay, but right now I wanted to go behind the scenes with Nisa and Jeremy of RedZone, give you guys a look at this particular build. All right, now we're gonna go for a drive. Let's go. The scene and the culture and how it's evolved in the last 15 years? Yeah,
it's sad being in the industry for so long and the scene for so long. I don't feel like there's anybody out there. No, I won't say anybody. There's not a lot of people out there that will help the younger generation understand what it's like to be in the car scene and what's respectable, what's not. I think everything is too much. Social media has changed it.
Okay.
To be honest, everyone's out for clout rather than for themselves. Like, they should be building the cars for themselves, not for what they think is going to go viral.
I see.
And I feel like the community as a whole is fractured.
Okay.
I think there's people like you that bring it back. I think, Frank, there are some people out there that are trying to hold on to what the culture was.
Yes.
But I think just the shift in generations, something was lost.
I see.
I really do.
Well, you're right. I mean, like, people like myself and Frank from Downstar, we, really do our best to provide a place of like community connection.
Yeah.
And from young to old, you know, these episodes are designed to shine the light on people like you and Jeremy, small individual builders or business owners, that can help set an example, you know, of how to do things. And I think that this build is an example both for women and builders and young and old, and there's a lot to be drawn from what you and Jeremy have done. So I'm really happy to, you know, to have found this time with you guys in Vegas to do this. So, you know, I really appreciate you guys.
Oh, no. You know, it sounds weird, but it meant a lot to me that you appreciated my car. I know it's not your style.
Yeah, well, just the colors.
The colors. Oh,
yeah.
no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can appreciate my car means a lot to me because...
Dude, the details, regardless of the colors, the details are amazing.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you and Jeremy for having us here with this behind the scenes episode.
Thank you.
And on that one, you guys, there'll be more from Nisa and Jeremy. Jeremy's green DBA Type R. He's doing a lot of special things with that. And just stay tuned here for the next episode that covers that car. And I'll be out here with them more often now that they're back here on the mainland. So thank you guys for being here. Nisa, thank you.